not just sending out some information, couple texts, here's an email, here's the resources, and read it. If that works for some people, but some people need a little extra help. And if they stop moving, I turn my attention to them and I say, hey, could we get together for coffee? And I'm not saying you have to do it with everybody, because that's a lot of time and I want to make a duplicatable thing. But some people, I like to take extra care and attention. And I've had situations where someone has stopped moving. I just had a coffee, or I recast the vision. I just said, what can I do to help you right now? And just that extra little bit of boost was able to get them back on track and start motivating them to do their business again, which I spent an hour, and guess what I got in return? I got several hours, even maybe years out of that person. That's it's helping them, but it's years and years of points. They're going to bring in people who are going to bring in people. So I've found that the return on investment on training and motivating, this has been the number one key to success that I've found in our team, is holding people's hand, helping them when they need it. And honestly, the return on investment is 100-fold. On every hour you spend training, you get 100 or more hours back of people doing PGRs on your team, people bringing in more people. And I just want to say along those lines, you just never know in this business. If you have your eyes on the big fish, the big business guys and stuff, I've found a lot of those guys actually don't come in from you directly referring and then presenting to them. I brought in some people that I didn't expect them to be able to reach out to some of those people and bring them in, but they did. And so I just want to say, by training some of your affiliates and not writing them off and not just saying, well, let them do it on their own, or they're not really going to be that helpful anyways. And they seem to be, it seems to be a lot of work for me to always, try to help them. Trust me, when you keep on motivating and encouraging, they'll bring in people that you've never could have imagined would join your team. So I just really wanted to encourage you guys that think of every packaged person as, I always like to encourage when I talk with Rebecca, every package I always look at it from a 5-year perspective. Okay. So everything I look at is a 5-year vision. So one person, and I imagine in my mind what that one person can build underneath my organization in terms of other packages. And I view each package as potentially 100 or 1,000. Richard tells a story of a guy who was from Aruba, and he had traveled to the United States. He was a 20-year-old guy, kind of down and out, had no job, had no vision. Came to one of Richard's presentations, PGRs, signed up, and he caught the vision in that 20-minute presentation. He said, I'm going back to my country to start my business now. And Richard said, what does that mean? Now. And the guy said, no opportunity wasted. And he went back to Aruba, and he literally brought in 11,000 people, which was somewhere around, I don't know, I'm going to say 5 to 10% of that actual country is what I've heard.